All right, let's talk about Poland, a lovely country famous for its pierogies, its history, and, well, increasingly, its stringent visa policies. We're talking visa suspensions, soaring rejection rates, and enough red tape to stretch from Warsaw to, well, pretty much anywhere else in Europe. But fear not, dear viewers, because in this video we're diving headfirst into the murky, bureaucratic abyss that is Poland's current visa situation. We'll break down the issues, expose the absurdities, and hopefully provide some guidance for those brave souls still determined to navigate this bureaucratic minefield. So buckle up, grab your favorite stress ball, you're gonna need it, and let's get started. So what exactly is going on with Poland's visas? Well, imagine you're trying to get into an exclusive club. You're dressed to impress, you've got your ID, you even brought a friendly penguin as a wingman. But the bouncer, in this case the Polish government, keeps changing the rules. First, it's no penguins allowed. Then it's your ID needs to be notarized by a llama. And just when you think you've finally met all the requirements, they add, oh, and you need to solve this Rubik's Cube, blindfolded, while riding a unicycle. That's essentially the situation with Poland's visas right now. The requirements are becoming increasingly strict, the process is more complicated, and the chances of rejection are, frankly, higher than ever. Students, workers, business professionals, everyone's feeling the squeeze. We're talking delays that would make a glacier blush, rejection rates that rival the success rate of my dating life, and enough paperwork to rival the entire script of War and Peace, footnotes included. Some point to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, arguing that Poland, being right next door, is facing unprecedented pressure on its resources. Whatever the reason, the reality is clear. Getting a Polish visa in 2025 is about as easy as teaching a cat to play the ukulele, technically possible, but likely to involve a lot of frustration, bloodshed, and ultimately, a distinct lack of progress. Remember Poland's Business Harbor program? That beacon of hope for IT specialists from Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia, offering them a fast-track ticket to Polish residency? Well, consider that beacon extinguished, my friends, snuffed out like a cheap candle in a hurricane. Gone, kaput. As of 2025, the program is officially suspended, leaving countless tech workers in a state of limbo. Imagine packing your bags, saying goodbye to your loved ones, and boarding a plane to a new life, only to find the door slammed shut in your face. That's the reality many are facing. Now, you might think, okay, so the program is gone, but surely there are other options, right? And to that I say, oh, you sweet summer child. You see, the Business Harbor program wasn't just a visa, it was a lifeline. But now, well, let's just say navigating Poland's standard visa process is about as enjoyable as a root canal performed by a bear with shaky paws. So what's the solution? Honestly, I wish I had a magic wand, but the best advice right now is to explore all other options. All right, let's talk numbers, because nothing screams fun like a good old-fashioned statistical analysis. In 2025, Poland decided to channel its inner Scrooge and become the Grinch who stole, well, visas. We're not talking about a small dip, a minor decrease, a slight reduction. No, we're talking a whopping 31% drop in visa issuance compared to previous years. That's like saying, we love tourists, but only 69% as much as we used to. And it's not just tourist visas, oh no. We're talking Schengen visas, work visas, even humanitarian visas, all caught in this bureaucratic black hole. Now, you might be wondering, John, what does this mean for me, the average person who just wants to visit Poland and maybe eat a pierogi or two? Well, my friend, it means your chances of getting a visa are about as high as me winning a staring contest with a hawk. So, you've decided to apply for a Polish visa. You've gathered your documents, translated them into Polish, had them notarized by a notary who speaks fluent Polish, and sacrificed a small goat to the gods of bureaucracy. You're feeling good, confident even. And then, bam! Reality hits you harder than a runaway kielbasa. Remember that national visa D-type that used to cost a somewhat reasonable €80? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because that bad boy just got a 55% price hike. That's right, it's now a whopping €135. Now, I understand that inflation is a thing, but a 55% increase? That's not inflation. That's highway robbery disguised as a visa application fee. And the worst part? There's no guarantee you'll even get the visa. It's like paying extra for a first-class ticket on the Titanic, only to find out the lifeboats are all made of paper mache. Remember those good old days when you could apply for a visa and actually receive a decision within a reasonable time frame? No, me neither. But apparently such a time existed, a mythical era before the great visa processing apocalypse of 2025. You see, Poland, in its infinite wisdom, decided to terminate contracts with visa outsourcing companies. Now, I'm no expert, but it seems to me that if you want to streamline a process, getting rid of the people who actually handle the processing might not be the smartest move. The result? Delays, my friends. Delays so long they make the DMV look like a model of efficiency. We're talking 3 to 6 months minimum. That's longer than it takes to grow a decent beard, longer than the average lifespan of a goldfish, longer than my attention span when watching paint dry. So what's the cause of this bureaucratic bottleneck? Well, some whisper about staff shortages, others blame outdated technology. Whatever the reason, the reality is clear. If you're planning on visiting Poland anytime soon, you better start your visa application yesterday. Attention, all aspiring students dreaming of expanding their horizons in the land of pierogies and Chopin Poland has decided to spice things up in the education department. And by spice things up, I mean make it significantly harder to get a student visa. Gone are the days when a pulse and a vague desire to learn were enough to grant you access to Polish academia. Now, you need a high school diploma. That's right, folks. If you don't have that magical piece of paper, you might as well kiss your Polish study dreams goodbye. Now, you might be thinking, isn't that a good thing? Higher standards and all that? And you know what? You're not wrong. But here's the thing. Poland's already notorious for its rigorous education system. Adding another hurdle, especially one that impacts students from countries with different educational trajectories, feels a bit like bringing a tank to a thumb wrestling competition. A tad excessive, wouldn't you say? So, what does this mean for aspiring students? Well, for starters, make sure your paperwork is immaculate. And by immaculate, I mean pristine, flawless, and blessed by a panel of Nobel laureates. So, after all that, you're probably wondering, is getting a Polish visa in 2025 even possible? And the answer, my friends, is a resounding maybe. Look, it's undeniably tougher than it used to be. It's like trying to assemble IKEA furniture after a bottle of vodka, frustrating, confusing, and likely to end in tears, probably yours. But don't despair. With the right preparation, a healthy dose of patience, and perhaps a touch of good fortune, you might just make it through the bureaucratic labyrinth. Just remember, knowledge is power. And in the wild, wild world of Polish visas, that knowledge just might be the difference between a dream realized and a dream, well, let's just say significantly delayed. Good luck out there, folks. You're going to need it. So, is it still worth applying for a Poland visa in 2025? Yes, but you must be prepared for the challenges. Here's what you should do. Apply early. Don't wait until the last minute. Double-check your documents. Any mistake could lead to rejection. Be patient. Processing times are longer than before. Use an expert consultant if you're unsure about your application. Need help with your Poland visa? Contact us at 058 854 7633. Subscribe to Visa Experts. Aim for more visa updates. Don't forget to like and share this video.